Hey guys, I want to share with you what I do to my hair. Like, let me see. What's this month? August. Like every couple months, I dye my hair, but I only dye the front part, like the front part of my head. I parted it. I don't know if the part is crooked or not, but it really doesn't matter because as long as I'm getting all of this and this, that's all I need. So, I remember I could not find this before. I was like, where's my goddamn brush at? And I knew it was somewhere, yo. I'm always misplacing stuff. Yeah, call me misplaced stuff. You always misplacing stuff. And I remember one time I was like, I would love to be a what I say, I was like, I would love to be a assistant to a celebrity. I would lose my job. I would definitely lose my job. Okay. Now, one thing about me and everybody say that to no, but how we doing it for you? But where's it right here? Anybody know anything about Beijing? They know it's only powder and water. It's not like I'm trying to find. I don't have my own thing to see like what temperature I should have it at or whatever. But it really doesn't matter. I just put lukewarm water. So if you never did Beijing before, I'm about to show y'all. This is my routine that I do. Like, this is August. So I won't have to do this again until probably like October. Like I said, before I used to do the whole head, but now I just do the front part. So, first and foremost, you must have this container, and make it a container that you always want to use to do your dyeing. And then this comes in there and it tells you like how much water to put in. So you have to put it up to like here. Here's the water. Oh. Yeah. And where I got this from was $3 cheaper than what I was buying it for. Next time I go in them, I'm not going to join them about like 4 or 5 bottles. 4 or 5 boxes. So you take the lid off or whatever like that, and then you just pour the powder in there. Look, y'all, I'm the type I'll be trying to get it all out because it's really not a lot. Oh, but it do the job though. Plus, like I said, I only do the front part of my head. And then you take your little brush like this, like so. But before I start touching this dye, I'm gonna make sure put this right here because if this fall over, I'm gonna be mad. Alright, so so I had my dude was in the hospital, so I had grabbed like some plastic gloves, and some of them is mediums and some of them is smalls, cause I have little fingers, I got little hands. So somebody told me, they was like, "Yo, you got little hands, but you hit hard as fuck," and I was like, "I know I do." Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. And I gave y'all a story time last time about me doing my dyeing my hair. And I didn't use no gloves. Wait a minute, hold up. I'm putting a glove on wrong, y'all. The wrong motherfucking way. But it's, and I like these for like when I'm cleaning and stuff like that. Y'all. Okay. So now we got the gloves on. Okay. Now look, y'all, I didn't do nothing to this. I just took my time to find my gloves and I set this to the side. Look how it's turning already dark. So what I do is I take my brush and then I just, stir it all in real good. All real good. So now we just gonna stir it until we get it all mixed up good with no lumps. And yeah, so y'all see it got lumps and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna be right. We're gonna be right there. Okay, you guys, so we stirred it up. We got the lumps out. It's nice and creamy and good to go, baby. If you do this, if y'all, I mean, I know y'all have to, like, if you don't just use this type of stuff and you use another color, y'all already know. Make sure y'all have the gloves. Make sure you got all your utensils before you even start. All right. So, because we know that dyeing hair could be very messy, it's different from like being in a shop and I'm dyeing your hair, you feel me? But I'm gonna show y'all, this is how I do my hair. Y'all probably like, why you doing that? Because sometimes you can get a drop or two on your forehead or on your ear or something like that. Because this is the method that they use also when you going to get a perm. They, they protect your edges with I'm supposed to really be using Vaseline, but all I got is do magic hair grease, and that's better than what, you feel me? So yeah, I like to make sure that I hit the front because it happens, a drop here or two, it happens. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure because what it is that when you do this on here and then say if you get a drop right here or something, it'll come right off. But if there's no type of protection to help it like slide off, like you know. So after you do that, so and then I'm the type of person that I like to section it off really, really good to make sure that I get it really, really good. The whole front part, every strand, every corner, every part. Um, give me one more minute, y'all. Okay, there was a couple of things that I had to grab. This towel, another clip. So sometimes you're gonna make mistakes as far as like it might get a little drop that's not belong where it belongs or whatever. But for the most part, I try to be really absolutely make no mistakes when it comes to droplets. Droplets. Okay, so I already parted it off and showed y'all. So now it's time to start the process. I don't know, something told me I should never told her that. And like, I'm the type I get every corner and everything. Like, literally. And then guess what? The shirt that I got on, I really don't give a fuck if we get these stains on it. I don't wear this shit out. And you know what I like about the powder and water? Like, it's no, like, lie in here. You don't have to get worried about, like, over getting your hair over processed or anything like that. That's what I really love about this. I just want to make sure I got the baby hairs and everything. Try to make sure I get all those little baby hairs that's in the front, the little flyaways and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mhm. It's my little fucked up comb right here, y'all. But it does the job because I don't use it all the time just for certain stuff like this. I had two, but I bought two because when I only had one, my dude was using it to brush his beard, his little beard, yeah, a little short little, little beard. So I went out and bought two so he could have his own. He seemed to like it and be using it. So yeah. Make sure everything is good. y'all, I've been just chilling, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, going through something, like, family wise, but I think I'm starting to get my groove back, y'all. I think I'm starting to get my groove back. Try to not get none on your counter, because it do stain. It will eventually go away, but it's going to stain it for a minute. So I just want to take my time and really give y'all the full scope of this. That's what I wanted to do. All right, now I'm gonna start using it for this because I don't want it hanging and getting it on me. So let me tell y'all guys, I dropped a video about that security guard in the social service building, because if y'all would have seen what I seen, it would have disgusted you. And one thing I'm gonna tell you, if that was me, he would have been talking to, I would have asked for his supervisor, and then I would have went over top of them to the main motherfucker that's way up top. Like, yeah. I was like, oh my God, I never heard the security guards like act like that. I'm like, they always used to help, really helpful, like trying to help you, like, cause they know how it is. That's why they had to start having security. Cause before, back in the day, they didn't have no security at the social service building, but they know how shit be fucking up there. They be fucking people over, taking them through changes and flip flopping them and all kinds of shit. Now you wanna, wait a minute, hold up. Now y'all got security. Okay, yeah. Now you got, the building is moved, and you got some nasty ass motherfucking security guards up here talking to people like they not shit, screaming at people, telling them you can't use the facilities unless you got, or you signed in on that kiosk. I'm like, this motherfucker, I wanted to get up and be like, you motherfucker. But I'm like, no, stay out of it. If it's not you, and that's the problem. We always say, leave it alone. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Leave it alone. That's the fucking problem. Everything I love, that's the problem. Sorry, I seen what they do to you. I just didn't want to get in because I know it ain't had nothing to do with me. Like, yeah, all right. Because Lee's help came over and stand up for that person. Like, yo, why you doing that? Why you talking to this man like this? Like, he a whole grown man. He just want to know some information. That's it. Like, it's like, whoa, like, y'all is really, they put motherfuckers through the ringer down there, yo. I'm sorry, y'all. This take a long time. I just wanted to show y'all my little routine when I dye my hair out and we do the front part of it, though. So that's one side I did. So now we gotta do this side. I think in the beginning, I started, from one end to the next end. So, almost done, guys. This is gonna be like the longest part is me putting this in. But y'all know I'm gonna have to make a part two, right? I'm gonna have to make a part two. So part one is me going just showing y'all how I dye the front part of my hair and the product that I use. You know what fucked me up, y'all, is when motherfuckers be on these reality shows and they want to start kicking the people back in that chose them to get on the show because they felt like they got played or they didn't get picked for the next season and shit. And it's always like that. Every time I notice after this one reality show airs, it's always somebody saying, oh, they gonna give you the whole truth about that person or whatever like that. Now I'm gonna talk shit because they ain't on a motherfucking show no more. That shit corny as fuck. Today. Corny as fuck. And this is the last piece. Is that long, y'all? Let me see. Oh, a half hour. Sorry. But we done. We are absolutely done. And I like when it get down to the little part because then I can start using my fingers. Then me, because I'm wasting drop. Put my hair all in there. Oh, so that's how I do it, guys. This is exactly how I do it. And I'm gonna show you one more thing, and then we'll come back for part 2. So when I see that I'm done all the front, I put it all together. And then I just pull it back right here until it is time for it to come out. But yeah, so I'll be back with part 2 to show y'all exactly what it looked like and what it's given. So So I'll see y'all on part 2.